When the tavern appears at the edge of time, learning to let go. Rest a while, weary traveler. The road you walk is not just carved in dirt and stone, it is shaped by the moments you chose to hold on to, and those that you dared to let go. Here, in a place that exists and doesn't, at the crossroads where today shakes hands with tomorrow, stands a humble tavern. It has no fixed place. It appears when it is needed, at the cliffs of endings, at the shores of change, at the edge of, well, time. Tonight, my friend, it appears for you. Pull up a chair, warm your hands by the fire, and let me pour you a story. Act 1. The Burden We Cannot Name. Inside the tavern is warm. No clocks, no maps, just the soft hum of conversations long finished, and stories that haven't yet been told. I have seen many people arrive carrying things you cannot see. Not suitcases, not weapons, but guilt, shame, names they once answered to but no longer believe in. One such traveler was Elowen. She didn't speak much. She sat by the window every evening, watching the sea breathe as if it held a memory of her. She didn't carry bitterness, only questions. Once she whispered, "How do you heal from a past that no longer hurts, but still lives in your bones?" I didn't answer. I simply poured her a cup of moonpetal whisper brew. She held it gently and said, "It feels like the tea knows what I haven't said." I smiled. Some truths don't need words. They just need to be allowed to exist. Act 2. When the storm stops demanding answers. That night, a storm rolled across the sea, rain tapping on the tavern's windows like a heartbeat. Every traveler grew quiet, not because of the storm outside, but because of the one brewing inside. Elowen finally spoke. I thought that healing meant forgetting, that to move on, I must leave my past behind. But I think I was meant to learn from it, not erase it. I nodded, but said nothing. Sometimes silence lets the truth land more softly. She then walked to the window and placed her hand against the fogged glass, watching the waves carry away foam and fallen leaves. I think I finally understand. I don't need to let go of the memory, just the weight of it. Now, she didn't cry, and she didn't break. She simply changed. And quietly the storm began to fade. No thunder, no miracle, just peace. Act 3. Leaving without losing. The following dawn, the tavern felt different. It felt lighter, as though the walls themselves had finally exhaled. Elowen stood at the door, her coat folded over her arm, her eyes not sorrowful, only clear. She turned to me before leaving. I used to think that healing meant being untouched by the past, but now I see. Healing is when the past no longer governs who you are becoming. She smiled, and it was a brilliant smile, not the smile of someone who had moved on, but someone who had moved forward. And just like that, she left. Not to forget, but to live. Since then, I have seen others arrive, carrying different stories, but with the same silent ache. And I know one day you will stand at that same door, not empty handed, not healed in some perfect way, but ready. Ready to carry your story without letting it carry you. And when that day comes, I will stand here ever at the ready, keeping the tavern warm for you, and the world itself will open. And so, my friend, the fire settles into a gentle glow, and the soft hush of evening wraps around the tavern like a familiar cloak. Elowen's story still lingers in the air, like candlelight, like a memory, a quiet reminder that time is not always something to chase, but something we may gently learn to release. She taught us that sometimes letting go is not a loss. It is a passage, not an ending, but a turning of a page. We cling so tightly to what was, moments, people, seasons of our lives, as if holding on might preserve them forever. But here at the edge of time, we are reminded of a quiet truth. Nothing meant for us will ever truly be lost, and that which no longer belongs to us was never meant to stay. I have seen ages come and go. I have watched seasons rise, fall, and return in new forms. And still the tavern stands, because this place is not made from stone or timber. It is made from moments, from quiet truths. Elowen's words echo softly. I did not lose time. I learned to walk beside it. So before you step beyond these doors tonight, pause, breathe, feel, not with your grasping hands, but with your open heart. For somewhere in your life, there is something you've been holding on to too tightly. Some moment, some memory, some version of yourself that you have outgrown. Perhaps it is time to let it rest, not in sorrow, but in gratitude. Because when we release the fear of losing, we make space for receiving. We loosen our grip, we find peace. And when we finally stop chasing time, that is when we can walk beside it. The lantern light flickers, the night whispers at the shadows, and the tavern drifts. Where will it appear next? Perhaps at the dawn of your next beginning, perhaps when you need it most. But until then, my friend, carry the quiet wisdom I have given you. Let go gently, live fully, and walk beside time, not behind it. Your table will always be waiting until you return.